back, and today, from a slightly bigger kitchen, we are going to be cooking for you.
What do you mean it's slightly bigger? It's humongous.
It's a lot bigger, isn't it? What are we cooking today, Daisy?
We are cooking fish and chips.
Homemade style. So we don't have to go down the chippy, which is miles away because we're in the middle of nowhere. So,
we're not in the middle of nowhere.
Well,
tons of people live there.
Out there is just fields, isn't it? And sheep. So there's not a fish and chip shop very close. Anyway, we're going to show you what we've got so far.
Well, we've already whisked. It's basically Yorkshire pudding batter, but we divided it into 3.
Yeah, so because we didn't need very much, we only made 1/3 of the mixture. So we did 1/3 of a cup of
milk and flour.
And how many eggs?
1.
Yeah, because we usually use 3 eggs and a cup of flour
and milk.
Yeah. All we've done, so we've put those in, a little bit of salt, and then what have we got here, Days?
We haven't put salt.
I put a little bit of salt in. What have we got here?
We have some fish.
What type of fish is it? Do you know?
Cod.
Yeah, and we've taken a couple of little fillets of cod and chopped it up down the middle.
Only 2 pieces though.
Yeah, and then what we're going to do...
Are we going to dip this in flour?
Yeah, dust that in flour.
And then put it in there?
And then dip it in there and pull off the excess, and then into some hot fat for a little while. But we don't need to do it right now. We're going to come back to you when we're ready to cook it because our chips are in the oven. So, Daisy, what have we got in the oven?
We've got our homemade chips.
And
boiling in some hot oil.
Yeah, what we did, don't know if you can see them very well in there, but we took some big potatoes, we skinned them, and we peeled them, chopped them into wedges, and then we parboiled them for about 10 minutes. Then we drained them and let them go very dry. And then we heated the oil up really hot in the oven, and we've just put them in there. We coated them.
Until they get very crispy.
Yeah, so we cook them for about an hour, half an hour on each side, and then they will come out the absolutely most amazing chips ever. And we will then cook our fish.
Good oven.
Good oven.
You're our best friends.
So, we're back. Daisy is just sampling one of our chips with rather a lot of ketchup on it. And we've got our fish here that we've just tossed in flour. What is the flour, Daisy? Glue to help the batter stick to the fish. Now what we've got here is some oil in our pan, and it's just coming up to 350 where the fish thing is there. So as that rises, we will then pop our fish in there. So
But first we have to put it into the batter.
First of all, we dip it in the batter. Oops, like that. And then we drag it out just like that. And then in one movement, just like that into there. And we do that for each piece. Obviously I'm doing that bit because... Well, chill out. You don't need your iPad. And this is exactly what they do in the fish and chip shop. She's gone off camera. There we go. And then if you do that with your fingers and just dribble some in there, you get crispy bits. Oh my God, yeah. We'll be back when they're done. So there they are, bubbling away in the fat. You can see they're just getting a bit of colour on them. I've turned them once, and I'm going to turn them again. Our fat in here isn't that deep, so I'm turning them every now and again just to make sure the colour is even. I know, yeah. You can hear it change
the noise is different now. That's because the fish is actually starting to cook and it's releasing a little bit of the moisture from the fish into the fat, and that's why it's making a different bubbly noise. I reckon another 30-40 seconds of that and they will be done and we will plate up. What do we think, Daisy May? Thumbs up from her. So there is our homemade fish and chips, and of course no meal would be complete without
Cucumber.
cucumber.
I'm eating right now.
Go ahead and try it out, guys. I think it's pretty good.